Right, Le Mans Ultimate has had a massive update, the June update. It's a free update. This is before the ones coming that you're going to need to pay for. This one's brand new, and I'm in the new BMW hypercar and a lot of new features. In this video, I'm going to let you know every single feature. They're going to be on the screen, but I wanted to try it out so I can let you know my honest opinion of how it handles, because there's been some changes to the physics as well. So here we are in the new start system. I like it. It's telling me to catch up. I know what I'm doing. This is going to be great online. You can see I've got the driver labels as well. I've got my speed, so now I'm speeding. Need to slow down. Don't want to be in the red when it goes green. They basically copied ACC, let's be honest, but it feels a bit better than ACC. Pretty similar, maybe a little bit better. Need to use that more. So we're in the hypercar, in the BMW, the brand new one that you can get for free. Future hypercars are not going to be free, I believe. If I remember, you need to pay for them. Same with GT3s. You're going to get 2 free GT3s. Ah, here's the radar. So one of the big new features is the radar. It's contextual. You don't need to activate it or anything. And again, I think they've basically taken what ACC has and made it a little bit better. I love that you can see the other car indicators wobble as they're clearly struggling on the power. I'm almost tempted to drive solely looking at the radar. It's a good radar. That's where it should be. Imagine if it was down in the corner like Gran Turismo 7. The hypercars, LMP2s and GTEs have all got physics changes, mainly to do with the tyres. Let's see how it's going to be on the brakes. If you've been watching the videos on this channel, I've been doing so much Le Mans Ultimate, you know that I've struggled on the brakes, but that was absolutely fine. The tyres should be coming in a little bit warmer as well. Ironically, they're simulating warmer tyres, even though at Le Mans there's going to be no tyre warmers, which has been very controversial in WEC. When I went to Spa last year for the World Endurance Championship, it was hugely controversial, as a lot of cars spun out on cold tyres. By the way, you may have noticed, eagle-eyed viewers, that I'm on the Thrustmaster T818 separately. Thrustmaster have sent this to me for review, so I'll be reviewing it, but I wanted to use it on this Le Mans Ultimate video because I think it is the official wheel of Le Mans Ultimate, except it wasn't natively supported. I had to like map all the buttons, and then I had to invert the force feedback, so a bit weird that, but anyway, it's working now. My really close thoughts on the force feedback will be coming in a separate video. You see the Glicken houses, Glicken High, going side by side. Oh, a little bit of brake rotation there, but it was actually fairly easy to control. I feel like I'm driving better than you've seen me drive before in the hypercar. We're not in wet conditions, so I wonder if the game has become a little bit easier. This isn't something they're going to tell you in the patch notes, but I can just let you know honestly. And by the way, I didn't get a free copy of Le Mans Ultimate. I paid for this copy with my own money because I wanted to really feel whether I want to get the DLC and if I actually want to play this game. This is a corner where I really struggled in the Cadillac. Could also be that the BMW is just a bit easier to drive. But my pedals have not changed, to be clear. I'm still using Fanatec V3 pedals here that I've always used on Le Mans Ultimate. But it feels like the braking is easier. We're going to go in now to the Porsche curves and let's see what it's going to be like. Oh, I was expecting a lot more aero there. Don't know if that's just me, but I was expecting loads more aero. I've got a Floyd Van Wall. That might be setups, and setups another big area because Coach Dave, Mr. David Perel, is now integrated in the game. So you can get your Coach Dave setups in the game. There might be some more videos on that. We will see. At the moment, I'm driving this without a setup. Maybe with a Coach Dave setup. I'll be winning the race. So that's something we're going to investigate. You can see the driver labels are up, so you can see exactly who's overtaken you. I do feel like Le Mans Ultimate has changed. I'm going to be honest with you. I often... because I like to review things honestly, I just tell you how it is. And I've noticed a lot with games that the game you get at launch very quickly changes. Like F1 24 has been a whole nother debacle. But ultimately the handling has changed quite a bit since launch. And when it changes, some people are going to like it, some people aren't. And Le Mans Ultimate now, it feels like it's just become a little bit easier, if that makes sense. The radar makes it easier, it's less claustrophobic. The braking perhaps seems easier. You've got the labels as well, like everything is just a bit clearer and perhaps easier. And I wonder if part of me is going to miss the OG Le Mans Ultimate that will forever be recorded in my videos, where it was very, very, very hard, as we do go deep there. I say it's got easier, I'm still last in Hyperclass. The LMP2s are licking their chops here, thinking that they're maybe going to get a opportunity. But otherwise, I am on a new wheel. I'm not feeling as much through the wheel as I did on the Moser, but I haven't set it up. And maybe I need to really push my braking. This BMW feels harder on the power. It does feel a little bit... Oh my goodness, there we go. The game's definitely gone easier. That's what I would say 100%. So let's go through some of the other items that have changed in Le Mans Ultimate. And in the background, I'll try and control this car. So here we go then. Every change that's come to Le Mans Ultimate and is coming as promised. So firstly, some hotfixes. You can see here the specifics, but I do want to note that I feel, as a hardcore sim racer, I feel like there's been a little bit of a movement from sim racing developers where they are starting to acknowledge that, hey, we're the people that pay for these games, we're the people that play them, and they need to make quality of life changes. By the way, replays didn't, they've added it in. Forza Motorsport did not have replays at launch, so I think it's completely disgraceful. They didn't really acknowledge it. They're here now in Le Mans Ultimate. It's such a key part of the game. A weird thing is, I'm running this game on a 4090. I cannot get Le Mans Ultimate to look as good as this. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm running everything on like the max settings. So maybe I need to revisit that. But in these footage there they provided, or we got online, actually looks a lot better. Netcode is being improved. We know that netcode is, something so key to iRacing. It's one of the big complaints about iRacing is netcode. How much of that is unavoidable because of just ping and everything, I don't know, but it seems to be quite an old system. Here's some more good hot fixes. So filling the grid, not hot fix, like quality of life, filling the grid, selecting cars by year, adding a Thrustmaster LCD support. My Thrustmaster doesn't have that. And remember, like I said earlier in the video, my Thrustmaster wasn't recognised, sort of like natively, which is a little bit weird, but there we go. But good to see some of these fixes there. Also, some more just really good fixes as well. So, fixing the fuel suggestions for hypercars, setups not applying, that's quite a big one. Not rotating the pit box is quite a big one. Timing, blue flag stuff, scale down the strength of steering help. Okay, so if you've got that setting, so arguably this is stuff that is okay-ish to come after launch because they're sort of getting feedback on what's important. They've got the onboard cameras a little bit fixed, mirrors fixed, fixed issue swapping from borderless to windowed is something that I definitely noticed. It would slow the whole menus down, so that's a good fix as well. AI crashes, AI above 100% not being fast enough, so you've won that ultra challenge. So good to see that they've improved that as well. Cycling of the MFD, that's a little tweak they've done there. Sector times. Disabled translation on cockpit displays, I don't know what that is. UI fixes, time zones, refined driving abbreviations. So they're really, doing stuff that seems sensible. It's not like these are, the livery's not applying correctly and blah, blah, blah. These are actual sensible things, I think. Hypercar, remember I talked to you about the different physics and handling. You can see here tyre warm-up has been very slightly increased. And different tyre feedback. The tyres also grips up as the tyre warm. So interesting that they're really doing that. What direction they're going in. Is it going to be esports? Is it going to be casual people? Is it going to be people playing the game quite a lot? We'll see. That's for the LMP2 as well. Remember that the Le Mans Virtual Series, like the virtual version of Le Mans 24 Hours, is going to be run on Le Mans Ultimate. This is the race that Max Verstappen entered last year and then basically told everyone to uninstall the game. A very, very embarrassing moment for Motorsport Games. Motorsport Games still develop this game. It's not R-Factor 2, but it's all based on R-Factor 2. So maybe this is all about the esports stuff, but as I said in the video, I found it generally a little bit easier to drive, it feels like, which I have mixed emotions about. And here we go, GTE. By the way, GTEs are it's pretty soon going to become obsolete in this game because GTEs don't really exist anymore in, well, they don't exist in WEC. It's going to be GT3. So that's going to be a controversial moment when they introduce the GT3s. It is going to probably split the player base. So I want to hear from you. What do you think of these changes? Are you considering Le Mans Ultimate, or are you a little bit burnt by the paid DLC? I'll see you next time.